Hi all, welcome back on the journey again. I'm ready with my coffee here. Hope you enjoyed the journey till now. So let's proceed. The first station in this journey is requirement analysis, planning and monitoring. If you remember the example, what my friend told that he need to do the visa application, bookings, accommodation, flights, everything he has to be do. And for doing this part, he definitely done some kind of a planning as well. As the name indicates, a BA need to do the works here. He need to do the planning approach. He need to involve the stakeholder engagement or need to be work on the stakeholder engagement. And number three, he need to do the improvement parameters. But what this particular planning and monitoring station told to us? It says that planning ensured that requirement gathering activities performed in an effective and timely manner. Remember, if I need to be travel or my friend need to be travel, if he did not make a planning on time, it can be costly and experience can be worse as well. Also, this planning and monitoring ensure all the requirements activities are scheduled and documented, number one. Number two, appropriate elicitation and the analysis methods are selected, a very much important point here. Number three, stakeholders are identified and expectations are set. Number four, requirement traceability is conducted. And number five, the organization complies with the regulations and the industry standards. I can understand, Atul, these are the English we know, but what is the crunch of this? The crunch is here in this particular area, in this particular domain, in this particular step. We are going to be finalize how we are going to be gather the requirements. This is what important here. As I say, in this particular area, in this particular step, we are going to be final that how the planning will work. Number two, how the stakeholders will be get engaged, because the main reason of requirement gathering or the BA part is failure is that we don't know that to whom we are going to be speak, and then it create a problem for us. In this are the business analysis, planning and monitoring knowledge area, tasks, organize and coordinate the efforts of a business analyst and the stakeholder. So this is the place you are going to put a foundation for your upcoming station. So let's proceed further here. Let me show you the diagram here. So under this particular step, we have, as I told, that we have a three section: input, task and output. We are not going to pick up inputs and outputs, but definitely we are going to pick up the task as the business analyst, including you and me, need to perform. Total 5 tasks need to be done in this particular station. Don't worry, you can still have a cup of coffee together. Good. Yeah. So in the first part, that is planning, I can say plan business analysis approach. What this mean actually? What is the crunch of this particular point? It say the purpose of planned business analysis approach is to define the appropriate method to conduct the business analyst activity. In other words, in simple words, if I say, okay, go and develop this product for me, you can still do, or I can still do. But the problem is that if we not have a complete planning, it can create a problem for us. Number two, the business analysis approach may be defined by a methodology or by the organization standards. Like, I want to go for the agile, I want to go for the waterfall, we want to go for the iterative method, we want to go for the V model, we want to go for the spiral model. It's totally depend, but this has to be finalized at this particular area, in this particular step, in this particular station. If the organization standards does not exist, it happens sometime. If the organization standard does not exist, then you and me as a business analyst work with the appropriate stakeholders to determine how work will be completed. It's happened. Let's say I want to build a house, but I have no experience. So I can go and talk to my elders. I can go to talk to my parents. Hey, I want to build a new house. Can you guide me? So they can help us here. So, but the point is that here, if you know that I'm saying putting the stakeholders, appropriate stakeholders. If you missed out this training, you can go to the Now Learning and you can check the business stakeholders of a previous Now Learning training on the platform. But in this part, the business analysis approach should align the overall goal of the change, number one. Number two, coordinate the business analysis task and the activities and the deliverables which are pointing to the overall change which you want to be achieved. Number three, include the task to manage any risk, because this is the planning where you have to be make sure that risk also get captured. If any risk is coming, then you have to be captured that as well. So it includes a task to manage any risk. What is the risk here? Changing the requirement, it's the biggest risk. Changing the stakeholders, it's another biggest risk. So we have to be decide here that how we can manage the risk or reduce the risk in this particular place. And last, leverage the approach and select techniques and the tools which are historically worked. If you as a business analyst already implemented some project, or let's say implemented ServiceNow ITSM for your previous client on the agile methodology, then you can go ahead in this area as well, because it is historically proved. Try avoiding any new methods if it is a fresh and new customer, but if you have experience, you can go ahead with the same. The second part here, this one, plan the stakeholder engagement. It is very much important point. Generally, business analysts did not connect with the required stakeholder on time, and later on it created a problem for them. So in this, the purpose of the plan stakeholder engagement is to plan an approach for establishing and maintaining the effective working relationship. It is very much important, because as a business analyst, I did not interact with my customer till the time I go for the requirement gathering. And that time I was not aware that to whom I'm going to be interact, and it can change the complete game as well. So it is very much important here. Second point, planned stakeholder engagement involves conducting a thorough stakeholder analysis to identify of all involved stakeholders and their characteristics. Remember, in my previous Now Learning session, we discussed about the 9 type of stakeholders: lion, eagle, rabbit, dog, cat kind of things. So we have to do this part in this particular place here. And the last, the analysis approach results then utilized for the best collaboration and communication approaches of initiative and the appropriate plan for the stakeholders. What this means, if I know that who is my stakeholder and to whom I'm going to be interact, it can help me to complete my work which is coming on the way, and I can approach to the right person on the right time for the right task at a right place. The third one, business analysis governance. Planned business analysis governance is again important point. Without governance, nothing can be worked. Either you speak from the process perspective, you speak from the architect perspective, you speak from the technical perspective. Governance is always very much important. The bigger and the most important projects or the processes fails if there is no governance at all for the same. So in this particular area, in this particular step, in this particular task, plan the business analyst governance to define how decisions are made about requirements, design, including review, change controls, and the prioritization. So here I have to know that, okay, if there's a change in the requirement, to whom I should reach out so that I can get a sign off. It is important. And this place you have to be define the names. Yes, for this particular case I have to be go this particular person. For this particular case I have to be go for this particular person. The fourth one, and it includes, it's not ending here, it includes when you're planning the governance approach, business analysis or business analyst identify, number one, how business analysis work will be approached and prioritized, number one. Number two, what the process of proposing the change to the business analyst information. It means that, let's say we sign off on the 5 requirements and now customers say, no, I want one more. It is a new change they're proposing. So how this can be taken care of? We have to be decided at this point of time. Who has the authority and responsibility to propose a change, and who should be involved in the change discussion? If I say, so this is the place where you are going to be define the RASI model specifically. It is very much important. Who are the responsible for analyzing the change request? Let's say customer came to me, Atul, can you develop this thing for me? Yes, I can. But do I have a bandwidth? Is it has been signed off by the customer or the business stakeholder properly? So we have to be defined here. Who has the authority to approve the change? And last, how the changes will be documented and communicated. Here, remember the word change is very much important. It's not the ITL change. No, it's not the change enablement. No, it is a change which a customer want to be achieved. It is a requirement which a customer want to be achieved. In the next part, that is plan the business analysis information management. It's again important point. If I remember properly, whenever we join a new company, new project, there's a mechanism to get access. Okay, these documents are on this particular place, these documents are this particular place, like Confluence, Wiki, SharePoint, share drives are there. So in this particular place, we have to finalize that how the information management will be done, how the information will be get stored. The purpose of planned business analysis information management is to develop an approach for the how business analysis information will be stored and accessible, has been accessed. Business analysis information is comprised of all the information. It doesn't mean that you just have a documents. It includes your illustration results, your recordings, you create, you compile, you dismantle, or you dismiss anything. In your activities, everything should be captured there. Archiving part also captured here. And 3, model, scope, statement, stakeholder communication, stakeholder concerns, allocation results, requirement design are the few examples which I'm putting in this particular place. So in short, if I say on this particular task, we have to be decide that what are the place all these things we stored and what are the procedure or the process to get it be access. So mainly we have to be take care, or we have to be put these questions upfront to the customer. Number one, how information should be organized. Do we have any folder structure, or we can put randomly here, or the level of detail in which it should be captured, up to dot level or up to sentence level. These are things which I can give example. Is any relationship between these information? If I delete X, will Y will also delete, or if I give access of X, will the user will get the access for Y as well. How information may be across multiple initiative and throughout will be used in the enterprise, and how the information should be accessed and stored. And last, the characteristics of information that must be maintained. What type of document you have to be maintained, that is very much important here. And the last task a BA need to perform here is identify the business analysis performance improvements. It is again an important point. Why? Because whenever we're doing planning, we have to be think about the improvements as well. If you remember, in the ideal V3, we have 5 books, and the last book that is contains CIS, continuous improvement services. Sorry, CSI is continuous service improvement. What this mean? If tomorrow, if something gets changed in the process of the requirement gathering, how it can be improved. And to do this part, the purpose of this particular task or the step is to assess the business analysis work and to plan the improvement. Let's say I'm gathering a requirement, and customer after 3 days, customer say, no, I'm not happy with this approach. So next workshop should not be like this. So let me give you the improvement ideas so that I can make a change there. To monitor and improve the performance, it is necessary to establish the performance measures. It is very much important, which can be conduct the performance analysis, report on the results, that how many time you go for the workshop and you're getting it done in a 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots kind of things. Identify any necessary preventive or corrective action. If I say let's say I got a feedback from my customer that in the first workshop you are too much technical. In the second workshop, avoid technical things, otherwise it is getting tough for my stakeholders to understand the things. So this is what the point we have to be take care. And now it's time to be go to the now create. So let me take you here that what is the now create. So you can see on the screen to access the now create, we have a nowlearning.servicenow.com/now create. I log in with my ID, and this is the front page, I can say home page for this particular now create. This particular place has a 3 sections: a methodology if you want to learn, success pack which we discussed earlier, and the last is the assets. So few things I'll pick up from here, and then we will discuss that how it is helpful for us. So now what we have discussed here, if you see, we discussed that we have to do the approach, Francis approach, stakeholder engagement, governance improvement, and analyst information management. I'm not 100% sure that we can achieve all the tasks in ServiceNow, but I think and I sure that we can do a lot of things with this help of the now create. So now if I go here, I can click on the search here, and you can see okay. So now you can see here in this now create platform, if you see that we have a filter success pack, that what you want to be achieved. So I can say my project type is all, is an upgrade, it's an implementation, or rapid MVP deployment. And if you want to go, let's say I click on the all here, if you want to go for specific suite, you can go here. So I can say app engine, automation, customer, ITSM, everything, I can get it here. So let's say for my case, let's say I want to be go for the implementation project, and I'm going to be implement the ITSM for my customer. So I can go here and click on this particular part. So now this is what I can see under this. These are the 5 success pack given by ServiceNow to me. In this, what I can pick up, I can go for this implementation, ITSM, modernize IT service management. If I click on this, open success pack, and you will be surprised to see all these things here. Let me minimize, let me take my video a little bit up, that will be fine. Yeah. So now you can see that this is a methodology. If I say this is a complete end-to-end plan for implementation of any project, you can see we have initiate, we have plan, we have execute, deliver, and close. Simple SDLC, I can say. Under this, we have a value management and analytics, project and program, architecture, technical governance, design, testing, and organizational management and support. Now here the first point come. Atul, I am not a developer. I am a business stakeholder, or I am a business analyst. How this is going to be helpful for me? Can I need to be click every button? No. What you can do, you can use this filter part here. You can click on this filter, and you will be surprised that this is what ServiceNow give us a beautiful place. You can search for your role. Maybe not the exact role you will get, but you can get the closest role as per the ServiceNow definition. So you can see, like, I am a business process consultant. So for me, business process analyst or the business process lead can work here. If I am a sponsor, this is what for the sponsor. If I am a change enablement lead, it is not from the ITSM process, it is from the organization change perspective. Your developer, architect, owner, you can pick up here. Let's say, as I am a business process consultant, so I'll go on this part. Let's say business process lead. And you will be surprised, out of this, only 10 tasks where I am responsible, and 6 tasks where I am accountable, and 100 tasks where I will be get consulted. This is what ServiceNow say. If you remember in the part 1, we say that now create is a step-by-step guide, including the best practices and the standards which we can use to create the new platform. So now if I remove this part, let me take you on the none here and come. So what we discuss here in our discussion is that plan the business analyst approach and the stakeholder engagement. So what we can do, definitely it is in the initiation phase before the actual planning, because here if you see, the plan means the actual development start, but you can go here. Now the second question which we again put in our previous discussion, that from where we can get the samples or the templates. So you can click on this part, initiate here, and it will open you the part. Review and validate the now, value and vision phase. This is almost done because I'm a business analyst. This part has been done. For me, what is important? Let me close here and I can go for the kickoff meetings. And I can say my kickoff meetings. Executive team kickoff and project kickoff. Let's say executive. I can say here I will get a chance to learn or to get my particular stakeholder. So if you click on this, it will tell you that why this step is important, who is required in this particular step, how this can be achievable or helpful for me if it gets successful, what are the inputs and what are the outputs. Generally we struggle to get some kind of a template. You can get the templates from here itself. Executive team kickoff agenda template, executive team presentation, and these are not the success pack, these are the assets. So you can click on this view asset, and if you want you can download and you can use as it is in your project. That's totally fine from the ServiceNow perspective, and ServiceNow recommend you should use the same thing. So you can see total 30 slides are there. If you just see here, and you can use as it is for you. It has the agenda as well. So this is the first place. Let me go back here and let me click on this one. This is what we will be discussing, right? So now what is the exit for this particular phase? Click here, that manage the initiate phase gate meetings. Okay, the thing is that in the planning I can say everything has been done, my stakeholder engagement has been done. You can, and if you complete this part, you can out from this particular phase, and you can see here what is the input, initiate phase checklist, and what is the output. You are getting the sign up from your customers. But still the question still remain, Atul, where is the engagement, stakeholder and planning part? As I say, maybe you're not able to achieve everything here, but you can see here like this, define change strategy. Click on this. Under this you can, for the kickoff meeting, prepare the enablement project plan, impact analysis, your methodology you can define here, and your pre-implementation, the points which we discussed, like we have to be define the standards and all the things. You can pick it up here. As I again saying, this thing I'm showing you from experience, but yes, a lot of things you can achieve from here. Few things you will getting in this particular area as well. So now let's come back here on our discussion and let's take a break again, because we are on the stop. Get refresh up, get your back with your tea and coffee, and we'll connect in the part number 3. Till the time, thank you and bye bye.